morning. We're going to start with 3 breaths up. Thanks for coming. And just make sure you're listening to your body, taking ownership of any injuries that you need to work around, making sure nothing hurts. Take an inhale. Then giving your body appreciation for being here and your mind appreciation for being here. Start with the hands on the thighs and then round your back. And inhale, lift your sternum and lift your tailbone, and exhale, round. We're getting some circulation going, getting some synovial fluid going. Welcome back home, Sarah. And one more. And exhale. And then drop the right shoulder down. Just getting some blood flow going, a little bit of rotation in that spine. Inhale and exhale. And one more on each side. And then stay low. Right now, your heels are heavier than your toes. We're going to go down and up. This is also called second position or goddess squat. Your heels are heavier than your toes, which means your booty's getting more of the challenge than your knees. Your knees are tracking with your second toe, not collapsing inward. You have an arch between the mounted big toe and the inner heel. You have an arch so that your feet aren't collapsing. You're going to inhale and exhale. So waking up the thighs, and we'll take 5 more. The scapula, the shoulder blades are gliding freely up and down the back. That's what healthy shoulders do. If you have any painful ranges of motion, you can eliminate those and decrease your range of motion. Stay here. We'll take a little pulse. Heels heavy. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and then 1, and then come back in. And we're going to take a little heel raise. Now lift up both heels and lower. Inhale and lift, and exhale, lower. So if you're nursing any calf injuries, you might go back to the big squat that we just left. Otherwise, let's go over some techniques. Your knees are long but soft. That way you're not hyperextending them. When you lift up your heels, each of your toe heads, each of your metatarsal heads has equal weight. You're really making sure that you don't push your ankles outward like they sometimes want to go. Each toe head has weight, possibly a little bit more on the first and second would be fine. You just don't want the pinky toe to take all your weight. It's not a weight-bearing bone. It's not meant for all our weight. All right, take 3 more. Up. Good. 2. And take 1 more. And lower down. And then we're going to take it a little bit wide. This is a chair squat. Your booty goes back. I'm going to change to the side view so you can see what I mean. It's as if someone has a chair behind you and they're taking it away and you're trying to follow it. Or like you're at a public restroom and you don't want to commit to the contact of the seat. Your hips go back. Your shoulder blades are down. Your toes are so light that you could lift them. See how that keeps that knee in a safer angle? And we'll do that 4 more times. I'm going to turn so I can see your pretty faces. 3, your knee tracks with your second toe again. 2, and we'll do 1 more. 1, now we're going to add on an abduction. So open up your leg 8 times to the right. 7, 6, this booty is working. 5, this booty's working. 4, and belly pulls in. 3, you guys look great. 2, hold it up there for a little pulse. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, lower that. Now go down again. Inhale 1 squat, and let's do 8 abductions to the other side. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, we have a little bonus. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Now 1 of each. Get ready. This one's called TikTok. 1 chair, 1 abduction. 1 chair, 1 hip abduction. And keep going. Your toes of the lifted leg are facing forward. That way you get that glute medius. If you toe out, like your body's probably trying to do, you'll get more of that vastus lateralis, that quad. And it gets usually plenty of work. We want to get the muscles that we don't work as easily. So side leg abduction, booty. All right, 4 more. Inhale. And 4. And 3. And 2. Inhale. And 1. I love it. Now this time we're going to do a little booty to the rear. Your left leg is going to stay on the floor, hinge forward, and toes touch the floor, and then they lift up. Both booty cheeks are working. This one in stability, this one actively. I'm going to turn so I can see you. 4, pull your belly in. 5, beautiful. 6, 7, 8, you're probably going to be looking down so your neck doesn't have any wrinkles. At the top, do 10 little pulses. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, lower. Now the other side, we've got this. Hinge. Now once you're stable, 10 leg raises. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Really good. And now little pulse. Up, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Gently come back. Let's meet on the floor. I'm going to move this, and you can meet me in a down dog if you'd like, which is an upside down V. We're going to do some mat work, and we'll start with a down dog. So let your feet go towards the floor. And of course, if you're nursing a calf injury, make sure that nothing is stressful. Less is always more. You can always add on more work later. But basically, wide hands like pieces of pie are between the fingers. Your sit bones are lifting. The sit bones are the part of the tush, the bottom of the tush. And you're getting some blood flow in the calves. Shake out any tension in the neck. Now both heels press. 5, 4, beautiful. 3, 2. Now, of course, anytime you need to rest, you can. I'm going to go right into a plank. We'll take off this bracelet. All right, hold on to your plank. Now, your elbows are underneath your shoulders. Your humerus, your upper arm is exactly vertical. You're going to push very strong with your forearms into the floor so your shoulder blades are flat. The way you modify is to shorten that lever, just to put the knees down. And otherwise, you're going to hold it. 10 more. I'm going to turn so I can see you more. 9, 8. Drop your booty just a little bit, Betty. There you go. You know how that was. The body tries to do this to get out of a little bit of work, so we're just keeping it there. Now, when you're ready, of course, you can rest anytime, but I'm going to take us right into a side plank. Hold that side plank. This arm is vertical. 8, if you need to modify, put your knees down. 7, good. 6, 5, very strong. You want this shoulder blade down the back. 3, 2. Now you can go to the other side. I'm going to change so I can see you. And hold. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Take another inhale. Now on your exhale, go to the forearm plank again. Hold. If you would like to add on, lift your right leg and lower. Lift your left leg and lower. You're lifting the leg where your booty meets your hamstring. You're not lifting the hips. 4, 3, 2. Now rest your pelvis. I just changed my position to show you different forms. You can see where you are. This is Sphinx. Now in Sphinx, watch from my side. Your belly might tend to sag, but pull it up like there's a piece of ice underneath your belly button. Those of you that want to add on, keep your belly button pulling in as you lift. Notice I'm not hanging out in my shoulders and lowering the shoulder blades down the back. My elbows right towards the floor. 5. Next, barely chuck your chin, Shireen. I think just down a little. Yeah. 3, 2. Inhale. And on the exhale. Now, stay on the belly. Let's do another posture exercise. Imagine there's a piece of ice underneath your belly. Pull away from the floor. Hands come together. They may not touch, but do the best you can. Now, the main thing here is that the shoulders are open. Inhale, lift up your upper back. Right now, you're going to notice the breath lifts you up and down. Now lift up your legs if you'd like to add on. Inhale. And exhale. Now your hands can rest underneath your cheek and you can bend your knees and sway them. Lower them down. Now the hands are going to go back to the rear again. And if your right pinky was on the outside, now the left pinky is. Lift up your upper back. Good, you're looking down towards the floor. That way your neck doesn't have any tension. And rest. Let's take a child's pose. It's going to be great. Press your hips back. Now, when you go back into child pose, if your knees don't like this much acute flexion, you can leave your booty in the air and still get a low back release. That's the intention of this stretch. So 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, while we're pretty fresh, let's do some push-ups. One way to do push-ups is on the wall, so you're welcome to stand back up. I'm going to show 3 different ways here. One way, see how I'm a cube, 90 degree angles? You can bend and straighten. I'd much rather us do a modified than to let the shoulders poke forward like that to do a what would seem like a hard variation. Second variation, on the flesh above your knees, bend the elbows, and exhale, push. I like it, Shireen. Keep going. Yeah, you're doing great, Betty. Okay, good, Kevin. Hi, Ellen. Just in time for push-ups. Glad you're here. 10. Now, the main thing in push-ups is that the shoulders, you do not want them to poke forward to the floor. 5, that's where rotator cuff injuries happen. 6, shoulder blades down the back. 7, 8, lift up your belly just a little bit, Betty. 9, and then 10. Now, child pose, belly on the thighs, arms stretched out. 5, 4, 3, 2, inhale. Now on the exhale, we're going to take a forearm plank. Remember, you can always modify on your knees. You're doing great, abs. Elbows underneath your shoulders. Hold here. Now in this one, the option is to push forward through the toes, drop back through the heels. Exhale, push forward through the toes, drop back. Now that also involves a calf stretch. So if you're nursing a calf stretch, just a calf injury, careful there. Your knees are soft. Your head is going to try to drop to the floor, but you don't want it to. From the side view, your ear's in line with the shoulder. 3 more. 2, you should feel your abs. 1, rest your pelvis. Now you're on your arms right here. You could add on a lift and continue to stretch. Now notice how the shoulder blades are down the back. The neck is free and clear. Breathe here. 5, 4, 3, 2. Beautiful, guys. And on the 1, now lower your upper body and imagine you're the bottom of a rocking chair or a hobby horse. Lift up both thighs. Now see how your knees are fairly long. That's hamstringing glutes. That's the forgotten part of the body. And lower your legs, lift up your upper back without your hands. How high can you get without your hands? Then that's thoracic extensor strength. That's what's so likely to get lost without intervention. Lower your head, lift up both legs without your neck tense. Lift up your thighs, hamstrings, glutes. Lower your thighs, lift up your upper back. So imagine you're the bottom of a hobby horse or rocking chair and you just keep going. Upper body, lower body. Now keep going at your own pace. Shoulder blades are down the back. Hamstrings, Beautiful. This will feel good after long travel days. 2. Now the next one we're going to hold. Find a place. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Beautiful. 3, 2. Take another inhale. And exhale. Let's take a child pose. This time with your knees wide. That way the belly goes right down the middle. Your arms stretch out and you're resting. 5, 4. Breathe really big. 3, 2. Inhale. And on your exhale, come to a side plank. Now, to support the bones, I'm going to double up my mat and just demonstrate how that makes it a little nicer on the bones. We're going to take a side plank. You can be on your hip or your knee to modify. Lift up lift up the arms. Inhale, take that top arm and thread the needle by rotating the torso. Leave the pelvis square to the front of the room. Inhale. And exhale. 3. And exhale. 4. And exhale. 5. And exhale. 6. 7, and just do what you can. If you need to take a break, 8, but your bottom arm is very strong. 9, 10. Inhale. Now on your exhale, switching sides. I'm going to double up that mat. Remember to modify, you're on your hip or your knee. To make it harder, you're on your feet. Exhale, rotate. And inhale. Hips are square. Good. And 3, your arm is very strong, your bottom arm. And 4, you're not collapsing in the shoulder, you're pushing strong. 5, 6, 7, 8, and then lower. Really good. We're going back to the other side. We'll do some lateral flexions. Hip, knee, or foot. Your hand's going to be here. Get ready. This most important part right here is that the shoulder blades down the back. You're not collapsing in your arm. Inhale. Exhale. Go up. And you notice if you stack your feet, it's even harder. So if you're looking for more challenges, stack those feet. If you need just a tiny bit easier, stagger the feet. Now imagine you're in between a toaster slot. And that's how. 5, you're making sure not to fold. 6, 7, beautiful, do what you can. 8, good. 9, I like that knee down variation, very good. 10, did you finish? Good, Ellen. You did, hold on, I'll be right there. You went faster than I did. All right, 10 and 9. We don't attract any high achievers in this class. 3 that like to get things off their list quickly at all. 4, 5, good. 6, 7, can you feel a difference between one side and the other? 8, sometimes one side is not as strong, which is a lot of times while I do some unilateral moves. 10, all right, go belly down. I'm just gonna turn so I can be seeing you more. Belly down. Now let your head rest on your hands and lift up just the right leg. You can tell how your leg goes higher when it's just a single leg lift than when we did the doubles. Go up and up and up. Good. And up. So just to go through these cues, you're pivoting off of your hip bone, your ASIS. And you're not letting your hips rock. You almost push the other foot that's down on the floor more down into the floor to leverage your leg up. That's your base move. If you'd like to add on, hover your arms, or not hover, but put them out like a Y. Left arm, right leg, right arm, left leg. So your shoulder blades are down the back. Your neck is soft. Now, this is swimming. If you'd like to add on, you just flutter. 10, 9, good. 8, neck is soft. 7, I'm looking at you just to check form, but you're probably looking down so you don't have any wrinkles in your neck. 4, 3, 2, 1. This also builds bone density. Child pose. To stretch out the feet, we're gonna pull our toes under, heels straight up. Arms can come down, or if you feel like your head needs support, just double up your forearms or your fist. 5, 4, 3, 2. Take another inhale. And on the exhale, let's go back to forearm plank. This one is going to be called funky plank. Elbows are underneath your shoulders, go to your toes, or if you're modifying, go to your knees. Now in the plank, you can stay or drop your left hip just a little inch, right hip an inch, almost like you're dipping your hip in water to see what the temperature is, or you're listening to a good song and you just can't help but wiggle your hips a little bit. You should feel your obliques and your abs. Everybody looks fabulous. Your forearms are pushing into the mat so your shoulder blades are flat on the back. They're not winging off your back. 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause, turn. I'm going to double my mat again. This one is going to be tree pose. Your left foot can be on your calf or your thigh. Come up, side plank. 10, 9, 8. Good, Michelle. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Now you're welcome just to flip and turn your back to me. I want to see your pretty little faces. So I'm going to turn and face you. Foot on, lift up, inhale, and up tree. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and lower. That was really good. Wonderful. Let's start with our booty near the edge of the mat. Now, you're going to use your abs to roll down maybe 50%, maybe halfway. The maybe is a deliberate word I'm using because your body may be different than someone else. You want to go low enough that you feel your abs, you're flexing here, like an ice cream scoop would down your belly. But you're not kicking your feet off the floor. If your feet kick off the floor, you've gone too far down. You could also make it, it's like a seesaw, and this is your fulcrum. You put your feet out a little longer, and that puts more weight on that side of your lever. But you scoop. You're not a hinged book, right? You're scooping. Some of you might be able to go all the way down. So I'm going to offer that advanced challenge now. And there's a saying, if you lose your britches, you're doing it right. So I'm going to pull mine up and lower. Good. Inhale. If you kick your feet off the floor, then just abbreviate your range of motion. Good, Ellen. 3, 2, 1 more. Now, on this one, we're going to take 30 seconds down. 1, 2, 3. Scoop out your abs. 4, 5, 6. Squeeze your legs together like a red ribbons between your legs. 7, 8, 16, 19, 21, 24, 26, 27. Good. Way to fight. 8, 29, 30. Full body stretch. Stretch through your arms. Stretch through your legs. All right. Take your hands down. Take your feet on the floor. Take an inhale. And on your exhale, curl up and curl down. And curl up and curl down. And up and down. Oh, this looks great. So this is spinal mobility. Keep going. I'm just going to talk for a minute. So while you're doing this, your hamstrings and your glutes are active. Your knees are going to try to splay out, but you're going to do a good job of imagining there's a Nerf football between your knees and you're holding on to that fist distance apart. your knees are over your heels. Now, if you have a herniated disc, you can just pop up, but basically you're really trying to curl down, and even through the tight areas, so most people it's low back, right? 80% of all people over 35 have had some kind of low back pain. So go up this time and find where your hips are level. Notice I'm not going as high as I physically can because I want my low back not to be over recruited. I want a sandwich of activity on the front and the back, my glutes and my hamstrings. Now to add on, keep your two hip bones level, lift up the right leg, and just keep the hip bones level as you point and flex. Inhale and exhale, and 4, good. And really, once you get my cue, try to look straight up so you don't accidentally put pressure on your neck. You have a pencil space underneath your neck. All right, now on the 10th one, your right foot goes to the floor, exchange your left leg, go down and up, go down and up, and inhale, and 4, and you can point and flex, and 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then 10. Now lower your foot. Now take an inhale. You're level. Right leg up. Pull your right toes towards your shin. Drop your hips and lift up. 10 times. Your goal is to keep both hips level and not go into a huge low back arch. Use your booty and your hamstring. 8, your neck is soft. No tension there. Now on the 10th one, exchange your foot. Lift your other one. Drop down and up, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, and 7, and 8, and 9, and 10. Now lower your foot. Inhale, lower your spine, a vertebra through the time. Hand to your foot, hand to your foot. Pull your knees down. Happy baby. This should feel so nice in your hamstrings and your low back. It's natural if you just want to move a little right or a little left. 5, 4, 3, 2, and take an inhale and an exhale. All right, this is going to be knees at 90. I'm going to call this tabletop knees. Now, the hands are going to come behind the head. At first, do a basic crunch up and down and give yourself an honest evaluation. If this hurts your neck to lift your head up, try tucking your chin more like you have an apple between your chin and your chest. If it still hurts, grab a pillow, a sweatshirt, and that way you don't have to lift up your head so much. But basically, your chin is tucked enough that it shouldn't hurt. We're going to add on rotation. I'm going to move my pretend pillow right and left. This is called crisscross rotation. If I look at my belly, it's pulling in. Look at your belly, it's pulling in. Now, when you do this, you are keeping a shoulder blade off a mat. To make it harder, your knees only come up to 90 or femurs perpendicular to the floor, and that makes it harder. 108, 109, no really, 4 more. 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Now your hands can go to your feet and your knees are wide now. This is bound angle, supine. You're gonna feel your pectineus inner thigh muscle, this little muscle on the front of the, right here, near the front of the pelvis. 5, you can use your elbows to push up more. 4, 3, 2, and then we're going to do one called single leg stretch. Hold on to your right leg, curl your shoulder blades off the mat, and stretch out your left leg. Now hold your left leg and stretch out. Keep going. The belly pulls in. Every time you exhale, watch it sink. And exhale. Now, what you can do to make this harder is only come into 90 degrees with that knee, and that keeps the weight further away from the fulcrum. Lift up your shoulder blades. If your neck's hurting at all, try lifting up more with your abs. That's usually what's happening. Or you just might need to take a break. 4, 3, 2, 1. This time, rest your head to the floor, hands on the knees, stir the pot. Move your knees in opposite direction, and then stir the other way. And anytime you need to not do supine abs, please do a different exercise. It's okay. We're going to take double leg stretch. Lift up your shoulder blades. Hug like you're a cannonball. Inhale, stretch, hug. Stretch, hug. Inhale, hug. Beautiful. Inhale, hug. All right. 4, 3, 2, 1. Rest. Now this time, your legs can move in a circle together. Good. Each way. It's almost like you're giving the muscles on your sacrum a little massage. All right. Now we're going to put our hands behind our head, and you're going to lift up your shoulder blades, lift up your legs. Now lower, and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and rest. And up. That was really good. Very good. We're going to put those feet back down and do a bridge. Curl up. This time, if you want to change it up, your arms can go overhead and you can relax your chest and shoulders. Another variation is to interlace your fingers and walk them underneath. And just relax. 5, 4, 3, 2. Move your arms. Curl down. 1 vertebra at a time. Now, once you're here, take your legs in the air and imagine you're going for bicycle ride. So right here, we'll call this the greenway. Pretty flat ride, but if you put your hands on your abs, you should still feel some tone happening. Now, if you would like to go up Mill Mountain, tuck your chin, come up to your shoulder blades, and go up about 30 degrees, shoulder blades. Now, if you would like to go up Red Oak Mountain, go all the way up till you're on your pelvis. Do you feel the difference? Bicycle. Now, notice how the arms could bicycle by the side, and that makes it a little harder. If you want it harder, cross your arms on your chest, glue your elbows by your side, and up. 3, and 2, and 1. And very good. This has been so nice. Left foot on the floor, right leg out. This one's called climb a tree. Now the first or modification is to do a crunch. If you would like to climb the tree, go all the way up. Let your hands help you a little. 2, 3, peeling your back off the mat. Now, if this is not for you, stay low. Do the low abs or do a hip stretch or do a hamstring stretch. So you're taking ownership for your body, that if you are fatigued, you can take a breather. If something's not feeling right, you can show me in the video. I can see and correct. Or you do a stretch and do something that's better for your body. Now, the bonus here is you do both feet in the air and then you come up. If that's not for you, don't do that. I'm going to do teaser. This is more advanced. Take 2 more. Good. Or you could be lying down. 1 and rest. All right, perfect. Hug your legs in and rock a little. 5, 4, 3, 2. Very good. That was wonderful. All right, we're going to take the feet on the floor and curl up into bridge. Hold that. And you can interlace your fingers again or put them overhead. Just enjoy the opening of the front body, the strengthening of the back body. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower and take your left leg and put it on the floor. Right leg up. Now this is called leg circles. If your head is already forward of your upper back, that like in your standing posture, if you feel like your head's uncomfortable here, you can grab a pillow. Otherwise, you're going to take a circle with your leg while you keep your shoulder blades glued to the floor. And I don't see anyone whose head's poking off the floor. So if If I don't see a video of you, you just want to take ownership. You want your ear in line with your shoulder from the side view. Mostly you shouldn't be feeling your shoulders shrugging off the mat. But if you put your hands on your abs, you'll feel they're working. Beautiful. 10 each way. Now go the other way. 10. The shoulders are on the mat. 2. The femur is moving in the hip socket, so you've got synovial fluid, you've got lymph pumping. 5. You've got abs working. 6. If your low back's coming too far off the mat, then you can bend that left knee to modify, or bend your right knee to modify. It's okay to have a little space where your fingers could go under, but you don't have a huge space. You couldn't slide a little matchbox car underneath you. Take one more for 10, and then you're gonna hug that leg, hug that leg. You can move that ankle, big circles each way, and you can point and flex. Perfect. Now we're gonna let that right leg down. Let the left leg go up. All right, 10 circles. This is called leg circles. If you put your hands on your abs, you're gonna feel it. And if you have a clicking, a frictiony feeling like a tendon going over a bone, then you want to decrease your range of motion and not have repeated frictions. A synovial fluid pop is usually okay, like when you crack your knuckles, but if it's pop, pop, pop when your leg's in a certain place, decrease that range of motion. All right, 10 the other way. Abs are working. 9, 8. The bigger the circle, the harder it is to keep your stability. 7, shoulder blades on the mat. 6, that's your goal. 5, 4, 3, 2. All right, hug that little leg and circle. Beautiful. Oh, let's take both legs in. That was good, but you already did it. Perfect. Now we're going to take both legs up. This one's called corkscrew. Glue your legs up, hands by your side like a frame. You're going to circle your legs as a unit. Inhale. Now imagine you're drawing a clock on the ceiling. Keep going. I'm going to move my camera up just a hair so you can see my legs a little bit more. All right. Now there is this is a corkscrew modified. You could add a hip lift. Notice it's not a leg kick. Officially, corkscrew goes knees over your nose like this and then goes down. But because we're not in person, I'm mostly encouraging most people are going to be in this head down variation or this pelvis down variation. Good. All right, let's take 2 more. Beautiful. Legs glued. Perfect, guys. And then rest. Good. Now you can move a little right and left. You can move your ankles. They always need mobility, don't they? Bye, Sarah. Thanks for coming. Good to have you back. Turn sideways. So that's a good point. Sarah had to leave. 30 minutes is better than nothing. 45 minutes better than nothing. Main thing is consistency. So we're lifting up on our elbows. See how that's vertical. You're pitching your hip forward. Then take your leg into a kick forward and a flex back. Now keep your your torso stable. Inhale and exhale. 4, 5, 6. Good. I like how you're keeping your shoulders strong. 7. You're not shifting your body weight forward or back with that leg or opposite that leg. 9, 10. Now toe down on that top leg. Your big toe is going to touch the floor in front of your bottom leg and then behind. Toe down, big toe down. You can see how your leg wants to be pointed up. You're going to toe down to get that glute medius. And there's very common to have glute medius dysfunction, especially if you sit a lot. So this is really good for one-legged balance, bone density growth, and to prevent gluteal dysfunction. Gluteal dysfunction usually shows up in low back pain. So it's really good. And 10, lie on your arm. Take that top leg that we just worked out of the way in a passive stretch. Take the bottom leg, kick it forward, and point and flex. And inhale, and 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, Now take that leg and tap and tap. It's as if you're jumping over a giant cupcake. Belly pulls in. If you're not sure, put your hand on your belly. See if you can pull it in on every exhale. Keep your neck free of tension. We never want any excess tension in the face or neck or shoulders. 4, 4, 3, 3, 2, 2, 1, 1. Now legs go long, lift up and down. They're glued. But if you look down your body, you can see your toes. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now, as a bonus, now you can do that again, or you can lift up your upper body with your lower body. This is called a banana. See how it makes a little crescent moon? 5. Now, if it causes your neck pain, then just do the lower half like we started off, or use your hand a little bit for help. I am going to offer us 3 banana boats, which looks like this. 3, 2, and 1. Let's meet on the other side. Very good. All right, elbow, prop, good abs. Pitch your body weight forward a little bit, kick, inhale, and exhale. 2, keep going. 3, 4, inhale. 5, I like how you're keeping your body stable. 6, imagine there's pricklies behind you and you don't want to run into them. 7, 8, good, Michelle. Lifting up a little bit more. Nice. Now this leg's going to tap toe in front and tap toe back. So what we're doing is complementing the way that most of us do cardio, which is forward sagittal plane, like running, biking, walking. So this is working these side muscles that don't get as much attention. So we're trying to complement that. And up, and 9, toe down, and 10, and 10. Now we're going to line this arm. You're going to take your top leg forward. Let your belly pull in away from the floor. Pull, point, flex, point, flex. And 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now up, tap, tap. That was great, guys. Let's take our legs together, go up and down. Now, when you do this, your hips are working, outer hips, your inner thighs are working, your lateral core is working, your belly's pulling in. You're not stressing out your neck or shoulders though, right? You can feel this all working here. Now you can do that 10 more times, or as your upper body. It's hard to clear your armpit off the floor with that. Imagine you're in a toaster slot. You're not rolling back on your booty. That's why it's not going up that high. We don't do this in normal life, so that's why they're not as familiar with this movement. Now, if you want to do a banana boat and control it back down, if you don't want anything to do with that, just lie there and do your lateral lift and up. And perfect. Let's go belly down. That's great. Speaking of complementing daily activity life, forearms down or hands. This is complementing because most of us are forward in our work and our activities. So this is the opposite. Shoulder blades are down. That looks great, Ellen. Great Shreen, great Betty. Maybe chin tuck a little bit, Betty. Yeah, just that little bit. That probably feels a little nicer. Beautiful. All right, we're going to add on. Can you interlace your fingers at your low back and lift up like we did before? Lift up your thighs. If you'd like to add on, you could make it holding on to the feet. Now, if there's no way in heck that's going to happen, just do the interlaced finger position I showed. Pull the belly in, neck is soft. Breathe, and you're naturally going to go up and down. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, Relax for a moment. We're either going to do another interlaced finger position or a second one of these. Inhale, lift up, bow. 8, 7, 6. Good. I like the soft neck. 5, 4, 3, 2. Child pose. Press back. Knees can be together this time. Walk your hands over to the right. And this is a really great lat stretch. Keep walking until your left pinky is far away from your left hip and you feel that lat. 5, 4, 3, 2. Now this is called clamshell. Open up your left armpit. Yeah. 5, 4, 3, 2. And exhale, close. Now walk on over. Now you're going to feel one side's tighter than the other, probably. Mostly the dominant side tends to be tighter. Breathe into that rib cage. It's almost like you're giving your stretch from the inside out when you direct your breath to that lung. Now open up. This is called the clamshell. You're good. Catherine, you're good. I think so. Yeah. Either arm's fine. And then come on back. And we're hammering the posture today. Let's go belly down and hands underneath your forehead. Now lift up your right leg all by itself. Now the left. Now this is a great one just to do all by itself. Or when you're ready, fingertips by your temples, lift up the torso and a leg. Lift up the torso and a leg. Lift up the torso. Lift up the torso. Now to add on, when your right leg is up and you lift the torso, rotate so that your left shoulder ends up being a little higher. So you're basically working that posterior oblique chain. Left shoulder, right leg. Right shoulder, left leg. Left shoulder, right leg. 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, back to that child pose. Pull your toes under. And 5, 4, 3, and 1. All right, so we're gonna lie on get on our belly. You're gonna roll down, adjust the britches, 30 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, good Ellen, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, full body stretch. Now a really neat back stretch you could do here is reach one leg past the other, reach one arm past the other. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slide the legs up, take the right ankle to the left thigh, and get that hip stretched. I guess somebody's not on mute. Still got that 5. Got the mute. Oh, I see. Okay. Just muted you. All right. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. This is a great hip stretch. This is so good. If you have low back pain as well, this one's really nice. Let's take the other one, ankle to thigh. Reach your hands through that window. Hug. Beautiful, neck is soft. 5, 4, 3, 2. And on the 1, we're going to take a hamstring stretch. So this is a basic way to do it. Your right leg up in the air. I really like props for this, so I'm going to grab a Pilates ring, but you can also use a Dynaband, or you can use a towel, and your shoulder blades are down the back. You want to go to the edge of mild discomfort. With the hamstring in particular, you don't want to go beyond that. A biceps femoris tear, a hamstring tear, is really a hard injury to deal with. It can take a year at minimum sometimes. So you don't want to feel it in the booty or the knee. You want to feel it gently in the belly. This part's the belly of the muscle. Now, internally rotate your leg, meaning make yourself pigeon-toed and cross the leg an inch or two. That's that outer hamstring where a lot of people have tightness. If your calf is too much in this stretch, point your foot a little bit, and that'll get it more in the hamstring, less in the calf. Drop your back though, drop your ribs. Good. If it's still too hard, bend that left knee. That'll put your low back a little closer to the floor. So nice. Now try going out. A little bit is going to be inner hamstring, membranosus, tendinosis. And you're welcome to go out though and get more adductor magnus gracilis, the big inner thigh muscles that cross the knee. Yeah, have fun. Something will need a stretch. If you're like me, it all needs it. All right, 5, 4, 3. Exhaling out any tension, like a dog on the living room floor. You're just exhaling out any tension. Now gently come back in, and then see, do you feel, if you put a hand on each knee and you stir the pot, can you feel how that, like even my low back, it wasn't hurting before, but it's let go. So a lot of times you can stretch the hips and help that low back discomfort that people have. Left leg up, right leg down, hamstring. Now you can barely cross the midline. Notice how you just exhaling out tension. You deliberately focus. This is mindful movement that we do. We're focusing on what we want. So the nervous system responds better. The neural patterns respond better when your attention's on what you're doing with movement. So we're letting those muscles go, and then the low back goes and the shoulders relax. The jaw softens. The tongue comes off the roof of the mouth. You can open up that leg more towards the side. I'm going to move away from the wall a little bit. Mm-hmm. Good. Good. A modification is to bend the right knee. You want to feel this in the belly of the muscle. Your eyes are already softer. There's no wrinkles in the face. Five, 4, 3, 2. Take an inhale. And on your exhale, you can bring it back. Take a moment, pull your legs into your belly and just relax. And if there's an ankle movement you need to do or anything else you need to do, you can do it. We are going to take a Shavasana. For most of us, that'll be lying flat on the back. If you would like, though, you're welcome to put a roller underneath your knees or a pillow, and just let yourself
relax your mind. We don't take that time much during the day. We're always figuring out things. So just let the mind have the gift of the present moment. Follow your inhale without forcing it. And let your exhale relax you further to the floor like your pancake batter on a griddle. Just letting the breath be a little longer without forcing it. Take another 2 cycles of inhale and exhale on your own. Nothing to do, no one to be, just relaxing, experiencing your calm self.
I couldn't find that in your music.
Take a moment to come up. Why did Siri speak? We're going to disregard Siri. That was funny. Gently come back up to a seated position. And let your eyes soften. And then take a moment to give yourself appreciation for all that you did today. Your mind, body, and your spirit got you here. There were a million excuses that could have come up, and you got here. And then take a moment to set an intention for the rest of your day. What kind of day do you want to create? It can be magical, it can be humorous, it can be appreciative. Set an intention, and then let your hands go to your heart so that you're connecting the hands to your heart, and you're able to set that intention a little more firmly into your day. Whenever you're ready, let your eyes open and come into the room. Thank you so much for coming. I am so glad you're here. That was funny how my Siri thought I was talking to it. That was hysterical. Why did you talk to me all of a sudden? My intention was to enjoy all the hilarious, funny things that are unexpected during the day.
There you go.
Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you.
Thanks so much for coming. Bye,
See you later
guys.
in the week.
Bye.
Cheers.
I'll see you tomorrow, I hope. Bye.